So today we're gonna continue with the GUI right over here, and let me create the file day4.py, and right over here we have this GUI, and the first thing that we're gonna do in the GUI is drop down. So we completed with the labels, we completed with the frames, then we had completed with the buttons, button clicks, function calls, on button clicks. So many things we have already completed. If you have missed those, just go to the previous video and see to it. For now onwards, we'll do with drop down. Now, what is drop down? When we click on it, something should be visible at bottom. That is what the drop down is. So now, to initialize it, first step is to import the tkinter library. We'll just import it. Import tkinter as tk. So we have just imported tkinter as tk. Now we'll initialize the window. Root is equals to tk dot capital TK. Now we have initialized the window. We'll set the geometry, root dot geometry, and over here the geometry may be 500 cross 500. This may be the geometry. Now we'll have now how to start it. Now we need a variable for the what I can say, for the drop down we require a variable. So let it be tkvar. Tkvar will be the variable. Now to start on, we're gonna use tk dot string var, and we're gonna initialize it at root. Now this is the initial stage of drop down. That is a drop down with string type, and this is a string variable that I'm using. Now we need to give the choices of the drop down. So I need to create a dictionary out of it. So we'll just create a dictionary. So here we have the choices equals to, let us create a dictionary. But over here we only want the keys, we don't want the values. If you have the value, you can take on the values like pizza, burger, French fries, and let it be only 3 options. Now we have these 3 options right with us. Now we want to just give us these, like let the variable be pop menu. Okay, this is the variable, and now we'll just give it a choice, tk dot option menu. Now what is this? These are the options that we're going to pass on, the choices that we had over here. Option menu. Okay, now option menu will be at the root. Now it will be opened when the tkvar is clicked. Okay, when this is clicked, it will be open. Now this is the main thing, and now when this is clicked, it will get open. And now what are the options? Now we're going to give the options. To give the option, the syntax is asterisk choices. Now asterisk choices. So if you want to give a label, you can provide a label out of it. If you don't want it, you can leave it as it is. It's upon you. Now we'll just use a pop-up menu. Pop menu dot grid, or else you can use pack directly. Because we are not having multiple things, so we'll just use pack. And root dot main loop. So over here we have finished it. Now we'll just execute this. Let us see if this is executing properly. Webinar 3.0 session 4 day 4.5. Now let us execute it. Okay, tkvar is not defined. Okay, there's a mistake. We need to have a small v right over here, and now we execute it. Okay, we have got the drop down right over here, and the drop down is giving us, but there is no name right over here. So if you want to give a name over here, you need to provide the label. Okay, you need to provide the label out of it. And now, not the label, I'm very sorry, you need to provide a by default selection over here. If you want to give it like for example, if I give it tk var dot set, and by default I'm giving choose a dish. Okay, so now if I execute it, so I will get a choose a dish, and when I click it, I will be choosing any of the dish. Okay, you can see it. If I'm executing it, I'm choosing any of the dish, and to get it, it's the same using the dot get method. Okay, it is the same using the dot get method. You need to just get the options. That's it. So this is how we will just get it. Okay, this is a drop down method, and now how many options you execute right over here, those many options will be shown over there. I hope you understood the drop down. Just let me know in the comment section if you have understood the drop down. Okay, very good. Now next thing we're gonna do with the message box. Message box. Now what is a message box? For this message box we need to, okay, let me comment this. We need to import one more file that is for message box, tkenter dot message box. Okay, we have entered this. Now we're going to use this. If you want to use this as tkm, that is also correct. If you don't want to use it as tkm, that is also correct. That is your choice. You can use it as per your choice. Now to ask a question, message box is something like you get a pop-up, right? If I gonna delete this file, I get a pop-up, and this pop-up is this message box. Now over here, this is the title. This is the title of the message box. This is the question, and these are the options that we are getting. Okay, these are the options that we're getting. So we're gonna design this message box right with us over here. So let us proceed. So we have included this, and now we're gonna ask on a question. Response equals to, let the response be stored in the response variable, and tk dot or tkm, that is tk dot message box dot, that is tkm dot your ask question, tk dot message box dot ask question. And now the first is the question. Okay, first is the title, so let it be Teckat, and the second is the question, so let it be, do you like this course? Okay, so this is the question, this is the answer, this is the title, and the next is the question. And now we're gonna get some response out of it, and we're gonna print the response right over here, like print response. We can do something as per the response, that is how we'll just go for it. So we'll just execute this code now. So we are getting a question, do you like this course? You can see the first is the title and second is the question, and it's asking me yes or no. So what shall I give? Just let me know in the comment section. Either I should give yes or I should give no from your side. Okay, so let us provide a yes right over here, and we are getting yes as a response right away. Okay, so similarly we'll just execute this code once again, and if we provide no, so we are getting no right over here. Now if you want to only show some information, you don't want to ask a question, you want to show, for example, if the response is yes, you want to show something, just show. And if no, then you want to show something. So we can do one thing, if response equals to yes, then we're gonna show something with a tkm.show info, and inside this we're gonna write down the title, maybe Teckat, and now next is the answer for yes. Thank you for your support, maybe. Okay, similarly, else else will be always known for this situation. So I'm not writing LF. If you want to write, you can write it. I just write down the same thing, show info. Teckat, comma, we can write maybe we will take your feedback as a positive response to improve our services. Maybe this is the line that we have written. Okay, so now let us execute it and let us check what is the difference. So it's giving to you like this course. If I write yes, it's only giving me the no responses, only giving me the information, that is thank you for your support. That's it. I will just execute it once again and I will press on no. It will give us, will take a feedback as positive response to improve our services. That's it. So see, we have asked the question, and according to the question, we have responded also to the question. So these are the two methods of giving the questions. Okay, to ask a question and to give a response to the question. I hope this is clear to you. Just let me know in the comment section. Okay, this is okay. So let us move forward. Now, one more thing, the last thing I believe we have on this thing, the second last, that is self-adjusting widget. So self-adjusting widget, this is something like we're gonna adjust the widgets. So how to do this? First of all, we have the root, I believe, right over here. Okay, we have not. Let me take this as a global root, and now we'll just execute. So yeah. So for this, first of all, we're going to use a label. Maybe label for x-axis I have taken. Okay, and I'll be writing as tk.label, and inside that I will just pass on it to root, and I will change the background color bg equals to red. Okay, now similarly I will have I want to pack label x dot pack, and I told you that we can fill on the colors, right? So to fill it, we can use fill equals to tk dot x. Means for x-axis, I'm just filling this completely. I need to have a capital X right over here. Similarly, if you I will just execute this, then only you're gonna have anything else. Root dot main loop, and we'll just execute this. Okay, there is an issue. Label L should be capital. Now we'll just execute this, and you can see we are getting a red line right over here filled totally. If we remove this, and only eliminate this and just execute this, you can see we are getting a small label. But if you're telling that if you want to fill this, then what happens? It will fill the entire complete line. Similarly, it goes for the y-axis. For example, we have copy this and paste this, and we have a label y right over here, and this is also a label y. Okay, now we have filled y, and let it be blue. Okay, so this is what we have done, and now we'll just execute this, and I can say we have got a fill. But over here, just right over here. Okay, now what is this problem? I believe we haven't taken the position, maybe. Okay, let us check if anything wrong we have made. I believe the side is only the issue. We haven't defined the side. So let me once check by defining the side. Then only we'll find out the issue. tk dot left. We are just telling it to be on the left hand side and then a comma. That's it. Now let us execute it once again. Okay, yeah, that was only the issue. The side, because we have only decided center, and center was in y-axis. We cannot have the center completely. So when we have defined it to the left-hand side, see, you can see we are just having the thing. Now, if you want to have it a little with broader width, smaller width, you can go for the back attributes, and you can go for the height, width, length, breadth, relative height, everything. So this is what it is all about, the self-adjusting widget. Now, why is it self-adjusting? I will just tell you that also. See, filling this is not self-adjusting. Now, if I make it increase it, you can see the sizes are also increasing. The size of the red bar is also increasing. Okay. Now, if I increase it to y-axis, it is also increasing. Okay, so this is what self-adjusting widget. As per the height and of the width of this geometry, it will just adjust itself. It is not that it will fix its size and it will not increase again and again. So this is what the use of self-adjusting widgets are. Now we will do a little bit of canvas. Now for doing a canvas, we need to have some drawings. So I will just name it as drawing on canvas. So for drawing on canvas, first of all, we need to create a canvas. So we'll just create a canvas right over here. And let us take a variable canvas and tk.canvas. Now we need to fix the height and width of the canvas and the location. So first of all, we're gonna use this canvas at root, and the height of the canvas may be 300, and the width of the canvas may be 300 as it is. Okay, so both height and width of the canvas are 300, and now we'll just pack the canvas dot pack, and over here we'll just main loop, go to the main loop, root dot main loop. That's it. If you want to execute this, you will find that we are getting a canvas. Now you will be confused at where we are getting the canvas. That is a big question. Now the entire 300 by 500 is a canvas right over here. We can't see it, but when we can draw the lines inside the canvas. We can use the property inside the canvas. So if you want to check it, I believe it has a background property. So let me check it down if it is having a background property right over here. I believe it has it. So let me execute it, and then only, yeah, see, we have got the canvas right over here. And now we'll do something on the canvas. So what we can do, we can create some lines in the canvas. So let it be canvas dot create line, create underscore line. This is the syntax to create lines. You can do many things. You have to read the canvas all over. Maybe 100. First point is 100. See how it is gonna use it. That it is, we are talking of a line, right? So it will just use something like this, the x and y axis of this, the first two characters, and similarly the x and y axis of the second two characters. So it will just join it. Now if you're writing 100 comma 100, that means it's giving the x and y axis of 100 comma 100, means this position is 100 cross 100. Similarly, we need to give a position for this, and it is all done. So this is how we're gonna use it, right? So if you're giving 100 cross 100 comma 200 comma 200, that means it is creating a line for from 100 100 200 200. So let us execute this, and you can see it's giving us a line. Now if you want to make a square, so you can do one thing, like if you're starting with 100, if you're going for this point 100 comma 100, then we need to go some step like 100 units over here, then 100 comma 200. So let me make this 100 comma 200. Sorry, this will be, I'm a little confused right over here. X will increase and Y will be not. So I will make this 200 and Y will be constant. So let us see what happens. See, it is giving us a straight line. Similarly, I will just go for the other straight lines. I will just create the canvas, 4 canvas lines I want. And one is X and Y are starting with 100. This is 200, this is 100. And then now I want to increase the y-axis, so I'll make this y as 200, and this will be 200 again. This is okay. Sorry, this will be back from 200 comma 100. So from here, I need to extend the line. So I need to initiate the line from here, and I will extend the line to 200. Similarly, from 200 comma 200, I will just extend the line from 200 comma 200 to 200. X will be 100 and Y will be 200. Okay, so I'm just extending the line from 200 to 100, and similarly from 200 comma 200, I will just extend the line. I'll just reduce the Y from 100 comma 100. So see, from where we started, we ended right over here. So I believe this is a perfect square. It will make it, and it is a perfect square. You can see. So this position, I will just explain you right over here. Let me bring it a little side, and I will just explain you. This position is 100 comma 100. Okay, now this position is 200 comma 100, because this y is same, y-axis, y point is same, but x is being increased from 100 to 200. That's why it is something like this. Similarly, this x point is same, so we're going to keep the x as 200, and this y has increased from 100 to 200, so we're going to keep it as 200 right over here. So 200 cross 200, and similarly we're going to decrease the x to 100 again, so we're going to make it to 100, and the y point is same as 200, so we're going to make this as 200, and similarly again back to from 100 200 to 100 comma 100. Is this clear to you? Just let me know in the comment section. Okay, I believe it is clear to you. Now for today, we are having all the doubt discussions or the sessions. So if you have any doubt, just let me know in the comment section, or else we are done with all the things for today, because today is the last day and basically the task day. You have already a task going on for the email. You need to just generate an email through Python. That is a task that was given, and now you need to complete that task, because we're gonna come to the last week of this. So I won't give you an extra task out of this. You're gonna use that task to complete it.